Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm obviously Gaynor.
I'm Gaynor.
And today we have got Neighbourhood Wars, Caught Red-Handed Top 6 Moments. Is this like a show or something that was on TV?
No, I think it's just people who don't get along with the neighbours. Like, there's so many people I know that have moved into a gorgeous neighbourhood and then a year down the line something's happened with the neighbours and it's just made an absolute nightmare. I know a friend of mine, she lived in her house for close to 20 years. After about 10 years, the girls, her girls and the neighbours' girls got into an argument and never spoke again. But it caused issues like, blocking their driveway and
Let's look at the top 6 moments.
45 miles northwest of Chicago is the city of Crystal Lake, Illinois, home to Aaron and Samantha Helmer and their 3 children.
Our neighborhood is nice, quiet, suburban American neighborhood. We've lived here for 4 years. We get along with all of our neighbors out here.
At 3 a.m. one morning, Aaron is awoken by an intruder alert from his home security system. A stranger has walked onto his driveway and tried the door of his unlocked car.
Why is it unlocked?
I look at my phone and see that my car door is wide open and the light is on. Didn't really think about if the guy had a weapon at all. I just knew that I didn't want somebody in my car.
It's funny, isn't it? Because when I was younger, we never locked our front door.
What?
We never locked it. Like, I used to come home from school and just let myself in. We'd just open the door and in you'd go because it wasn't a big thing to get burgled. And I guess in a lot of neighbourhoods, people just leave the cars unlocked because it's not a big thing to get your car stolen.
No, but even if it's not a big thing, it's still just like you just press it. It's just one button you press and it's locked.
I understand that, but when you don't have to, you don't. Like, even the first thing I do when I get in my car is lock it, even before I'm like...
What, when you're inside it?
Yeah, well, as soon as I get in my car, the first thing I do is lock it.
I don't lock it if I'm inside it.
I do. As soon as, even before I put my seatbelt on in case someone tries to kidnap me.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
I slammed the car door shut on him just to kind of stun him because I didn't know what kind of size person he was when I first ran up to him.
Oh my God.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm a big guy. He was about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Drop whatever you have in there, okay? Yeah. All right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I think this kid was scared that I came outside of my underwear.
What do you have in there? In the wallet? Where's it at?
Then I had to call my wife and wake her up out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was scared doing that.
I was trying to make money or something? I'm hiring. Everybody's hiring.
Yeah, so much. I don't want to explain it.
Aaron called my phone and asked me to see if his wallet was on the counter in the house. I like to sleep, so I was not very happy that I got woken up to some kid breaking in our car.
Is my wallet in there?
So when I walked out, I just said it like right away, like, call the police. Like, why are we standing here?
What the you doing?
I'm really sorry.
But then, like, I saw it was a kid, and I could see that, like, Aaron was kind of unsure of how to handle the situation. I just went into mom mode.
What else you got? What else did you steal from other people?
Just some watermelon.
How old are you?
17.
What the
I know, I'm sorry.
You trying to go to jail over stealing $5?
He was a young kid. If you call the cops on him right away, that could scar a young kid on his record. I used to get into trouble when I was younger, and I didn't want that.
How many other houses did he hit so I can get this back?
Honestly, I just wanted to get through to him, like, how stupid what he was doing really was.
You know, your whole life over some stupid
Not doing any damage to the charges.
If he would have caught the wrong house, he could have got shot over, like, a couple of dollars.
Yeah. Think of this as your lucky break, man.
Yeah.
We talked for about 10 minutes or so. He never tried to run at all.
Where do you live?
I live a whole block.
I don't know that he was a neighbor, but I never ran into him before.
Still live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Where do they think you are?
Bad.
Empty the rest of your pockets.
All right.
So he had about 10 pairs of sunglasses, around 5 pairs of prescription glasses, about $5, $10.
Like 20.
$20. He had a pocket knife on him, and he had a bag of Skittles.
Learn your lesson.
I am, trust me.
That'd piss you off more than anything, wouldn't it? Someone nick your Skittles.
I know, right? Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Think about it.
We let him go before we called the police to come get the things. It's not ours. We wanted to get back to the people that it belongs to.
Hey, you know what?
You ever been in trouble with the police before?
No.
It's not fun, I can tell you right now.
He was apologizing that he would never do it again. And I think he got away with it once or twice and then realized the severity of it. If he does get caught, what kind of consequences come next.
I don't know. I think we made a good team of good cop, bad cop.
I'm going to fuck to bed.
I think our neighbors, him and his parents, would appreciate how the situation was handled. I mean, we still really don't know the full reason of why he was doing what he was doing. So as long as he took something away from it, that's good enough for me.
Like stupid.
Now to Denver, Colorado, and a neighborly good deed that doesn't turn out how it's supposed to. It all starts in this alley in the city's arts district. A battered SUV pulls up, and the driver loads a length of scrap metal into her truck. But look closely. Something in that garage has caught her eye. She takes off, but a little later, she's back, this time on foot. And guess where she's headed? Straight for this mountain bike. Now this could be the end of the story, but it's not. In fact, it's only the beginning for neighbor Josh Berman, whose office backs onto this alleyway.
I was on my way back to the office after lunch, and as I'm pulling into my office parking lot, I see a woman carrying 2 large mountain bike wheels out of the parking lot. It raised some red flags. It didn't look like they belonged to her, and I couldn't imagine why she would be walking out of our parking lot with these wheels. So I stopped her and I asked her if I could help her, and she looked at me, kind of got angry and said, "No, I'm just trying to get out of the parking lot." And she kind of rushes by me and starts walking down the sidewalk.
Josh doesn't know it yet, but he has just met the bike thief. And her getaway is not going to plan. The bike has 2 flats, so she's now having to haul it to her SUV piece by piece. And boy, is she pissed.
As I'm getting my phone out to start shooting her, she turns around and swings a bike wheel and actually hits me in the chest.
Jesus.
And she's yelling and screaming. I mean, at that point, I'd kind of had enough and turned around and decided to get on with my day. And as I was walking back on the sidewalk towards my office, I actually saw a mountain bike upside down in the right-of-way in front of the office. I went up to it and could tell very quickly that it was a very expensive mountain bike, and probably the exact same mountain bike that she had just removed these wheels off of.
Josh suspects the bike is stolen, probably from a neighbor.
So I've been involved in biking my entire life. The bike was a late model Santa Cruz carbon fiber frame mountain bike, which, I mean, those are not cheap bikes. They can run anywhere from $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 and up. It's definitely the kind of bike that, you know, nobody would probably be riding, you know, on the streets of Denver. So I picked it up and I started walking back to my office. And as I'm rounding the corner from the sidewalk into the parking lot, catch out of the corner of my eye something coming at me, pulling into the parking lot at a super high rate of speed. I jump out of the way at the last second just as she actually is hitting me and kind of smashes me up against a car in the parking lot.
Oh, lunatic.
And I mean,
seems to be a
I
mad one, doesn't
immediately
she?
kind of in shock. I'm trying to figure out, am I injured? The bike is lying on the ground, and she gets out of the car and starts screaming and yelling.
This is not your bike.
What are you doing?
Go.
You're a thief, you, and what is wrong with you?
Calling me a thief, saying I've stolen her bike, and just kind of out of her mind with a super crazed look in her eye. And at that point, I realized that she was willing to run me over, kill me to get this bike. So I leave the bike and I ran into my office and started shouting to my coworker.
In all fairness, he doesn't actually know what's happened.
I know, right? You just imagine if it was her bike.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Just to call 911.
Josh then quickly returns to the parking lot, determined to capture the thief on his cell phone camera.
We walked back just to see her pulling out of the parking lot, and at that point I got my phone out again. I mean, you literally see scrap metal falling out of the back of this dilapidated Bronco with no plates, and she's still screaming and yelling while she's driving down the street. I mean, at that point, I kind of just considered myself lucky that I wasn't more seriously injured.
Did you hit that black
and
car?
went into the office where we started looking at the security cams and saw that it was indeed our neighbor's bike that had been stolen from the alley. We went over to the neighbor's house and knocked on the door just as he was coming home, and I got to break the bad news to him that unfortunately his bike had been stolen, and showed him the footage.
Josh and his neighbor Sean, who owns the bike, have both filed complaints with the Denver police, but so far, no arrests have been made.
Law enforcement, I feel like nationwide, is not prioritizing bike theft. And obviously there are a lot of bigger and more important issues that we're all dealing with. But at the same time, people have taken it for granted that, you know, Denver is a relatively safe city and they let their guard down. I mean, it's a problem.
Denver police
say you can't just leave your garage door open
No.
like that, though.
No, I know.
It's a bit mad, that, isn't
Yeah.
it? Especially with a bike worth that much inside
Yeah,
it.
I know.
just locking bikes, even in a locked garage, and taking a selfie next to the serial number to help officers reunite a stolen cycle with its owner. Every year, over 370,000 bicycles are stolen from neighborhoods all across the United States. That's one every 90 seconds. But crime rates are so low in Littleton, Colorado, the owner of the surveillance camera leaves his daughter's $300 mountain bike on the porch, unlocked.
Why?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't never do this ever
I will call the police.
I know. I'm sorry. Please don't. And I'm on your ring anyway, so they'll know who I am.
Even though the intruder is caught red-handed, the neighbor takes no further action because at least she's
I'm
apologizing.
very, very sorry.
Again
I apologize. I just had no gas money.
and again.
So sorry. I've never even done this before.
That bike thief may be leaving empty-handed, but in British Columbia, Canada, this man is cycling down the street carrying
obvious,
a
isn't it?
BMX
Yeah.
bike. It
I've
seems
seen
like an
that
innocent
loads of
scene,
times.
except he's just stolen it from a stranger's yard, and his pedal-powered pursuer is the owner.
Oh, yeah.
My bike! You come in my yard? You my bike, I'll kill you!
This owner is lucky. Police only solve around 1 in 10 bike thefts, but he's in no mood to celebrate.
I'd nick his bike now.
Yeah.
It's a good day for neighbors standing up for their bikes, and a bad day for the bike thieves.
Go get shoon out from over the road.
In this quiet California neighborhood, a woman is walking right across people's front lawns until she spots something in a mailbox. But this door has eyes. And while opening the homeowner's mail, she's caught red-handed.
Hey! My door! Give it back. I didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing. Because everything's there. House. Do you hear me? I hear you.
This crook is getting off easy. Mail theft is a federal crime.
Oh, how brilliant would it be to catch that, though?
I know. Just grab someone and give them a
Punishable
nugget.
by up to 5 years in jail. So hopefully this friendly neighborhood warning
Hey! My door!
is enough to stop her from ever trying it again. Now we're in Portland, Oregon, where this masked man seems to be acting normal, coming to greet his neighbor. The only issue? He's a total stranger. He waves to nobody, just putting on an act for any neighbors who might be watching. He checks up and down the driveway for any prying eyes. The coast is clear, so he heads back to the porch to claim his prize, the stack of packages. But imagine his surprise if someone is home after all.
Hey, I was just coming. I'm with UPS. I'm with UPS. I was gonna go to your neighbors. We go around every place and make sure that if you're not home, if your neighbors or whatever. I'm an auditor for UPS. Swear to God, even if it's look it up, Michael Hansen.
Needless to say, this opportunist isn't Michael Hansen.
I'm with UPS.
Nor does he work for UPS.
Swear to God.
90,000 packages disappear from doorsteps every single day. But at least this isn't one of them.
Well, that was totally different than what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be neighbours that fought with each other.
That was just caught red-handed, wasn't it, in the neighbourhood?
Yeah.
Imagine that though, like just 90,000.
I know.
Stolen from you every day.
Well, if you remember, I said to you, don't ever have parcels delivered to our apartment block. Have them taken to the office because we have to sign for them, and they take. If you leave them in the mail room, anybody can go in. I know you have to trust your neighbours, but anybody can go in and just take it. And there have been a lot of people who have sent a message says my parcel's been delivered, but it's not here. And you just
that happened to me once as well, didn't it? Maybe someone stole it.
Yeah. Well, I've had 2 things stolen from there, so now I don't bother anymore.
Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for us, please, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.